embedded in our very own being. Stay with me because what I'm about to show you might change the way you see yourself forever. Today's topic is decoding the mystery name of Yahweh, the sacred name of God from the Hebrews. By the end of this video, you'll uncover the true meaning of the word Yahweh and how your connection to it unlocks your own personal power. When we look at the word Yahweh in Hebrew, we flip it on its side. We're actually looking at the human body. These are the legs, this is the torso, here are the arms, and here's the head. So if we actually switch this on its side, we see the human body. The Hebrew name Yahweh often translates to I am. The I am. Now, what is the I am? The I am, when you say I, you're referring to your highest self. Everything with the letter I in the beginning, most of them words are referring to our inner self, inside, intelligence, internal, in. The I represents the inside self, the invisible self. You cannot see the I am because this is the spirit, this is our consciousness. It's the intelligence controlling the human body. When you say I, you're not referring to your name, your job, your reputation, your ego, or your thoughts. You're referring to the observer who is beyond the thoughts, the one who's observing the thoughts. That's the soul. Look at the word Yahweh, Yahweh, the sacred name of God. Yahweh can be observed in the natural rhythm of the human breath. When inhaling, we subtly hear Yah. When exhaling, we hear Way. Do this yourself. Breathe in through your nose, you'll hear Yah. Breathe out, you'll hear Way. And in fact, the letter H, H, when it's pronounced, it carries the soft sound of wind or breath, a gentle exhale that mirrors the very essence of life, giving air. Breath is the spirit of life. It's what connects us with consciousness. If we stop breathing, we lose consciousness. The body shuts down. We're breathing the spirit of breath. We're breathing in the spirit of life. It's the very essence that gives us physical existence, and we're constantly staying connected to this breath at all times. Now let's look at Yahweh. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 letters. The tetragrammaton is the 4-letter Hebrew name for God. Okay? Tetra meaning 4. We have 4 gospels of Jesus. Jesus is depicted with a cross with 4 sections. Jesus has the 4 sacred animals around the side of him, always depicted with these 4. A bull or an ox, an eagle, a man, and a lion. These are the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. Aquarius, the man, Scorpio, the eagle, Leo, the lion, Taurus, the bull or the ox, which are related to the elements. Leo is a fire sign, Aquarius is an air sign, Taurus is an earth sign, Scorpio is a water sign. These are the 4 elements. And the 4 elements correspond to the 4 bodies of consciousness, as we see here. This is fire, this is air, this is water, this is earth. So we are made out of the 4 elements, which represent the 4 bodies of consciousness: mind, emotion, spirit, and body. The soul is incarnated into 4 sections. Hence why Jesus has 4 gospels. Hence why Yahweh is a four-named word, because we are tetraform. We have 4 bodies of consciousness. There are 4 pillars to reality: the mind, emotion, spirit, and the body. So what we're actually looking at here is the name of the very essence of the self. Yahweh represents the universal consciousness that we're all tapped into, because the body is like a radio. The body is basically a radio antenna, which is picking up the stream of consciousness, and we're all the same consciousness, just experiencing it in a different body. And Yahweh is the name for this intelligence that we're all acting out, that we're all manifestations of. So now let's look at the word Yahweh, where we read it this way in Hebrew, which is 10, 5, 6, 5. 10,565 in the Hebrew letters and the numerical values. And the DNA is made up of four bases. These four things which create the DNA. This basis is the genetic code for all living things. Each DNA strand is held together by sulfur bridges that appear in a repeating pattern of 10,565. This pattern matches the numerical value of the Hebrew letters of Yahweh, Yod, He, Va, He, which are 10,565. This means the structure of DNA, the code of life, follows the same number sequence as the sacred name of God, Yahweh. This is a factual observation. So we're looking at 10,565. So let's look over this one more time. Yahweh represents the breath. Yahweh, inhale, exhale. It translates to I am. It's written in our DNA. The word Yahweh on its side looks like the human body. Now, this is where things get a little bit deeper. 10,565 adds up to 26. The number God, well, the word God adds up to 26. Allah adds up to 26. There are 206 bones in the human body, 26. 26 adds up to 8. 8 is the number of infinity. We are all the infinite consciousness. Consciousness will never die. It's immortal. It's infinite. We are all infinite. We are not these skeletal structures. We are Yahweh, the universal consciousness. The creator of all things is our essence. We're all God with individual identities, but the highest versions of ourselves is God. The ego is our own personal experience of God. Does this make sense? So in conclusion, Yahweh is not the name of a separate God from us, but rather the reflection of the divine consciousness manifesting through the human form. The human body is like a receiver acting as an antenna that tunes into the infinite intelligence and life force we call consciousness or God. This means that rather than being external, the divine presence is within us, expressed through our very existence. It's very interesting when we look into this, and what religion has done has flipped all of this knowledge. All of this sacred knowledge has been externalized. They've externalized God so that we worship God and we view God as something separate from the human experience. They do this so that we don't find the God within us, so that we don't find that we have the power of creation. The mind is the creative force of God. The body is the will to act out that thought. They don't want us to figure out that we are creators and we're all creating our own earthly experience. We're all projecting this reality. And they don't want us connecting with the divine intelligence within us because they want to be the creators. They want to keep this knowledge. They don't want the masses to wake up to this powerful knowledge. So what they've done is that they've taken the scriptures, they've externalized it so that we start worshiping and giving away our power to these external things. And when God is external, we start to fear God because we start to think that God has power over us. He can send us to hell or heaven. So this is what's going on. They've been externalizing this for thousands of years to keep us in a suppressed state. Okay. Humans are very advanced because we possess self-awareness. We possess the ability to move our awareness and our thoughts outside of the instinctual nature. For example, a cat or a dog. These things can only live in their instinct. They live based on instinct. They smell, they eat. That's pretty much all they do. But humans, we have the ability to rise above that nature and turn to our infinite selves, our higher selves. We can move beyond our instinctual nature and create very advanced things. That's why humans are made in the image of Yahweh. We are literally God in human form. So this is what we all need to realize. And I hope this video has helped. Please leave a like, a comment on inside of the description. I'll have some links to my books and my university. The people who have read them have just absolutely changed their lives. You could probably see that in the comment sections if someone leaves a review of the book. We also have Trustpilot. But yeah, I thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. What if I told you that you are under a spell, and this spell is controlling you in every aspect of your life, and you don't even realize it? Spells are not what you've been taught. They're not fantasy magic wands that are casted over you. No, no, no. Spells are much, much deeper. A spell is a belief system that is installed into your subconscious mind, which holds power over you. Okay. If I install a belief into your mind and that belief holds power over you and controls you, that is you under my spell. A spell is a belief that someone has installed into you. Okay. You have a subconscious mind. The subconscious holds power over 90% of your daily basis behavior, thought patterns, and overall emotional state. Because the subconscious is the back end of our mind, the mind that we don't really have access to. It's the shadow self where all of our programs, all of our memories, all of our traumas, all of our everything that we've ever experienced is recorded and kept in this vast database called the subconscious. Now, the subconscious is the 90% of our mind. We are only aware of 10% of our mind, which is the conscious mind, which is what you're using now, what you're consciously aware of. But there is a subconscious mind that holds power over your conscious decisions, and you don't even realize it. For example, as a child, you had a very, very traumatic event happen. Let's say as a child, you were not loved enough by your parents. And this feeling of you not being enough for your parents and feeling alone as a child implanted this seed. And this seed was planted by your emotions, a strong emotion. And over time, as you grew older into an adult, this seed grew and grew and grew. And what this seed grew into is you being very needy, you always seeking validation from others. Okay. But you taking this conscious decision 10 years down the line actually stems from this hidden cause within your subconscious mind, within this little feeling, this seed inside your subconscious where you don't feel like you are worthy. So this results in a conscious decision of you seeking validation from others, being very needy from others. Okay. This is what the subconscious is. The subconscious holds power over us. For example, posting on social media. Why are you actually posting on social media? If you take a selfie with your new watch, new car, and you go and post that onto your social media, why are you actually doing that? On the deepest root cause, it's not because you just want to post a picture. No, it's much deeper. It comes from a subconscious belief or a subconscious emotion of you seeking external validation, whether you believe that or not. But that's what it is. If you're posting on social media, you're seeking attention, you're seeking validation from others on a deep level, on a subconscious level. You may not even realize this because it's subconscious. Now, this is what a spell is. Money is a type of spell. Remember, money doesn't actually exist. Money does not exist. Money is a physical object inside of the material plane. But the physical object has a belief in the mental plane. See, the mind is the highest plane. This is the root cause of reality, the mental plane. Okay. So our belief in our mind has given this piece of paper value and a meaning. But in reality, it's just a piece of paper with a belief behind it. But this subconscious belief behind this piece of paper is controlling your daily basis behavior, is controlling your emotional state, and controlling your life. without you even realizing it. Without you even realizing that it's all an illusion. Money does not exist. It's the belief that gives the piece of paper a power. And the way we break the spell is by realizing that the money doesn't actually exist. The whole world is under the spell of money, and it's controlling all of us. But the spell is the belief. Once we all wake up and realize money has no value, it doesn't actually exist, it's only a belief. There is no actual money. That's how we break the spell. The spell is broken